Alright, we're back. I think this might be the last episode of the night. Like 3 something in the morning. And, stuck in the cabin, in a blizzard, and there's no stove. And of course, I can't start a fire inside. It's just a bad idea. So many reasons. And I could go outside, but good luck making a fire in a blizzard. So it looks like we're stuck. Radio doesn't work. Got a chair. I could just play some... What time is it? I could play some cards for a little bit. Let's do that. No, not sleep. We're gonna play cards for 2 hours. Ah, look at that. Daylight. Alright, let's see how many days we have survived. How do we check that again? Look at this. 2 days. We are kicking butt. 7% of the world explored. Alright. So... let's go outside and see what's going on. Yeah. Still a blizzard. This is great. You guys hear that creaking sound? Freaking me out. Let's go back inside. Alright, so I can't make a fire. I can't believe I'm hungry again. I just ate a can of peanut butter last night. Right? Am I imagining that? I don't know. I need to go on a diet, apparently. Alright. Put our lantern away. Let's break down this crate. So, anyway, I was talking about nerdy stuff again. And I wanted to explain why I like nerdy stuff. So, I guess it's because, I mean, I suppose in a nutshell, like real life bores me. That could be it. I don't know. Number 2, I like to think about what could be possibilities. You know, and that's what I think fiction's all about. I mean, not just sci-fi or fantasy, but anything. You know, I like to think about any possibility. For example, there's this show called The OA. It's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And I know you're probably thinking, oh god, recommendation, whatever. But it blew my mind. I don't know. It's in a nutshell, it's about near-death experiences, NDEs. It's about, I don't know. I don't want to go too much into it. I don't want to give it away. It's one of those movies where, well, it's not a movie, but it's one of those series where it just blows your mind and makes you think, makes you just question everything. And it's just a fun show. At the end of every season, well, there's only 2. But so far, every ending of every season has been just mind-blowing. You're just like, WTF just happened? And you know, I like shows like that. I like shows that make you think, that make you feel something. You know, and some people, they just like, you know, watching their TV, and you know, they're into their stuff. And everybody's different, but that's what I'm into. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll write a fictional novel. I don't know. Thought about it. I thought about making a video game, but man, that's a lot of work. At least for me. Like, I don't know if you know how to program a computer, but it's definitely a different language, and it's not just the syntax and what, you know, the commands and whatever. It's about problem solving and like translating your ideas into this computer language. It's so abstract. It's really cool though. I mean, look at this. You're watching this video, hopefully, or maybe no one's watching it probably. But I'm making this video, and potentially anybody around the world can watch this for free. You just need the internet. You need a computer, right? But you know, with computers, it's ones and zeros. Everything here, everything that I'm showing you, and everything you're listening to, you know, it's just ones and zeros to a computer. And it's kind of, actually, if you think about it, it's really zen. Like one and zero, right? 0 and 1. There's two options. That's it. And you have all this. I think that brings us to The Matrix. Movie The Matrix. Might as well. Let's talk about it. More nerdy stuff, but alright, so The Matrix. If you haven't seen it, Kung Fu, sci-fi, you know, post-apocalyptic scenarios, robots, AI, consciousness, reality. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just, you know, and the cool thing about it is it's based on this Gnostic philosophy. And if you don't know, man, we don't have time for this. It's going to be like a 20-part series. But in a nutshell, the Gnostics were early Christians. Like, they were, from what I can tell, like the original Christians. And they said that everything we see here is essentially a prison. And yeah, we won't go into it too much, but the movie's this representation of that. So there's this guy, and he knows there's something wrong with this world. He knows, you know, something not right. He's looking for answers. He's looking for this guy named Morpheus, and this Morpheus guy, you know, is looking for Neo. Neo's the protagonist of the movie. Anyway, so Neo goes down this path of, do I take the blue pill or the red pill? And that's the iconic, like, opening and idea of the film, right? And that's why I like the first film a lot. But oh, I think the storm's over. But yeah, I mean, think about it. So it's like Alice in Wonderland. You get a choice. You want to go down the rabbit hole, or do you just want to wake up and, you know, wake up in your bed and everything's normal? But anyway, Neo, the protagonist of the story. Let's start a fire. Let's cook this bass. I know I called it trout in the last one. It's a bass. Anyway. So Neo has to make a choice. You know, And what would you do? Oh, I fail at making a fire. Fail. So I'm not going to tell you what happens. You got to watch it. If you haven't seen The Matrix, we're not friends anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Come on. Just start a fire, man. What's wrong with me? Alright, I need to... Yep, I had to change up the fuel to something lighter. This will be better. So, So yeah, the Matrix is 3 movies. I mean, that's a movie where you... Come on. You're making me look bad in front of the wizards. Alright, come on. We can do this. I got a bass to cook. Anyway, but yeah. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. I can't... There's no blizzard. How am I not starting a fire here? Start fire. Let's see here. Alright, let's just try it again. But yeah, so I think the reason The Matrix really appeals to me is just it's so heavily based in like philosophy and you know, spirituality and all that, and the nature of reality. And there's, you know, humanity's always been looking for answers, right? Typically it's like, hey, can we make a bigger weapon? Can we make a more deadly weapon? Can we make a weapon that can like kill everybody? You know, I know I'm kind of cynical, but you know, we look for knowledge. I mean, we do look for medical knowledge. How do we cure people and help people, and that kind of thing. I mean, knowledge can be good and bad, unfortunately. But I think that kind of speaks to the nature of our reality. Like, we shape our reality, like the way we interpret and use information, and the way we behave, and how we see the world. That has a huge impact. You know, another thing that really fascinated me about the Gnostics, like I said, like they thought this world was a prison. And the reason they came to that conclusion, I think partly is because they said that, you know, this world couldn't have been created by God, like the true God, because this world is flawed. And this is their idea. These are not my ideas, although they kind of appeal to me. But the fact is, I mean, for example, almost everything on this planet, except for plants, everything has to eat other things to survive. Wait, can I cook my trout? How do I cook my trout? Aha! Not your trout, my bass. I think it's just easier to say trout, so I say trout. Bass. Just sounds weird, like, think of, like, you know, bass and music. A bass. Anyway, we're gonna select the bass. Sounds like ass. Maybe that's why I don't like saying bass. Making some ass bass. Anyway, 30 minutes till cook. Let's cook this puppy. Alright, we're gonna eat this thing. Oh. Looks kind of weird, but I'm hungry. We're surviving. We're gonna eat this bass. But yeah, so the Gnostics said, I'm gonna have to end this video. How long has it been? The Gnostics said, yeah, this place isn't perfect. I mean, things have to kill other things and cause suffering for other things, for those things to survive, or those animals, or whatever. You know, then some people would say, well, that's, you know, the circle of life. That's the way it's designed, and this and that. And, you know, is it? Do we have Stockholm syndrome? You know. And then they said, this really appealed to me. They said that, you know, the Old Testament, the Old Testament is about it is about the creator of this earth, but it's by the creation of, by the, they call it the Demiurge. And it's a god. Demiurge is a god, but an imperfect god. But if you look at the Old Testament, God is jealous, he's angry, he's vengeful, he's, you know, he's telling people, hey, kill your son, kill your kid, oh, I'm gonna flood the earth and kill everybody. What else? I mean, I could go on and on. But this God seems a little messed up. We'll just to put it lightly. And I don't want to offend anybody, but this is my channel, so, you know, just turn me off if you don't want to listen to this. And that's the thing. So, speaking of that, the early Gnostics, they were persecuted. Yeah, that's not a word. They were persecuted. They were set on fire, as we're looking at the fireplace here. They were hunted down, exterminated, because of these thoughts. Luckily, hopefully nobody's gonna burn me for talking about this stuff. Alright, this has been a deep episode. But yeah, look up Gnosticism, look up the Demiurge, look this stuff up, because otherwise I'm gonna sound like I'm insane. And but this is, you know, this is historical fact, as far as I can tell. I've done a lot of research. There's some ancient scriptures called the Nag Hammadi Library. It was found in the Middle East somewhere. Some scrolls. You know, stuff that was not put in the Bible. The Bible, the editors of the Bible said, nope, can't put this in there. It's heretical. You know, so I think we're gonna end it here. I think we're way over on time, but I hope you enjoyed all that, and we survived the blizzard. I ate a trout. Good times. Oh, let's see what else. Yeah, I think we're gonna end it for the night. I gotta go to bed. I got actual work to do tomorrow. All right. Talk to you later.